Hello and welcome to MGP349. I'm Kev, and with me as ever, there's Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
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 I got halfway through that. After messing it up the first time, I got halfway through that and couldn't remember how to do it. Luckily, muscle memory came in. I'm very tired. I'm going to do the intro and then just stop talking for the rest of the podcast. We discussed this as a plan the other week. Yeah,
Right,
the intro.
last week, to be fair, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to pull a sheepdog this week so I can just sit at my desk and nap because I've driven for like 9 hours today and it's broken me. Traffic in August. Did you know traffic in August is problematic sometimes around holiday destinations? Who'd have thought that was a thing?
Driven to a few places this past week and not had any traffic.
Oh, it's been horrendous.
It has. There's been cows on the road and all sorts.
It has.
We were stuck in a traffic jam for a good 25 minutes today in a service station. That's how bad the traffic has been.
Did you get out and just buy a drink instead of waiting?
There was no doing that. They knew it was going to be this busy. They had loads of like car park stewards already employed there to navigate people around. So we got in and thought, oh, brilliant, this is going to be lots of fun. And when it came time to get out, we just had to sit and queue to get out. But it was stupid. The world is stupid. What should have been like a 5-hour drive became a 9-hour drive, and now I'm just talking to you with my eyes shut. So if I just stop talking at some point, that means I've actually fallen asleep. Whereas at the moment, I'm just kind of resting my eyes from the bright lights. I don't know why I have
me.
I don't know why I have my video lights on when I'm doing a podcast, but I don't feel like I can talk into this microphone properly unless I
until
have
recently, I've
studio
been brushing
lighting
my hair
on.
before every podcast, and then I realised what I was doing.
Just scraping the top of your head with bristles.
Quickly,
this really hurts on my skull.
Go sit down at my desk, and then I thought, what am I doing? It's audio. I don't know how long I've been doing that. It's just my pre-podcast routine. Doing my tie up, polishing my shoes.
Anna, what's your pre-podcast routine?
Massive dump.
Not really. Just get Andy to bed and then sit.
Andy Peters, she means.
Yeah. Who else is she going to be talking about?
Ed the Duck.
Really.
I haven't heard anyone mention Ed the Duck for quite some time.
It's probably me the last time that he was mentioned.
Who'd have, if you had to put money on it back in the early 90s, who was going to be the breakout star out of Ed the Duck and Philip Schofield? Who'd have thought it would still be Philip Schofield who's around now?
Well, he was Gordon the Gopher, wasn't he? So,
oh, was he? Who was Ed the Duck then?
Andy Peters.
I didn't watch enough kids' TV, I don't think, when I was a kid. Gordon the Gopher. I don't even remember Gordon the Gopher, I don't think.
Do you not remember him?
No. I didn't really watch telly as a kid.
It seemed Jim was basically his name over and over again.
Interesting. You lot are too young. I don't think they had puppets when I was watching TV. I think they were an invention of the 90s.
You remember Mallet Man, didn't you? We had a
Mallet.
Timmy Mallet. Timmy Mallet.
Timmy Mallet, yeah.
Yeah. I met
That wasn't
Timmy
a
Mallet.
puppet, Anna. Puppets were so basic in Kev's day, they were just mallets.
No, he had that big duck person.
Pinky Punky.
Orville.
Yeah.
Orville wasn't
wasn't
on
Timmy
Mallet. He was with
don't
Keith
know.
Harris. I remember Orville vividly. I used to have a full-size Orville that my parents probably immediately regretted getting me because I used to want to take him everywhere with me when I was like 2 years old, and there's this massive Orville bigger than me. That's one of the biggest reasons I resent my brother, because when he came along, Orville wasn't allowed in the car anymore.
I'm just imagining you getting an emu as well. Just the legs and everything.
I'm still looking for an emu now. If I ever see an emu in the shops, I'm buying one. I've been in the market for a good puppet for quite some time. An emu would be perfect. Talk about video games while I nap, everybody.
I've just taken my glasses off already. It's that hot again today.
I couldn't tell you if mine are on because my eyes are shut. So there's no way of knowing. Anna, you had a secret video game you had to tell us about.
Yeah. Well, it was secret at the time, but I believe. What's the date? Yes, date's fine.
It isn't Monday.
No, it's been a long week. It's just, been with Kevin since
Yeah, that's been the pleasurable part.
Wednesday.
You've had a whale of a time,
Like, literally
accompanied by me.
next to him. Like, our bedroom was literally a room. There was no privacy to get undressed to have a shower. The shower was in the room. Like, there was no privacy.
We don't have much
getting
luck
away.
with Belgium and hotels. Well, Kev doesn't.
my-
I stayed in one next to, you know, that place you were eating in sight of the Bells. I stayed at a hotel behind that, and it was quite nice. It was alright. I had a balcony which scared the hell out of me, but yeah, it was alright.
This hotel we stayed in was lovely. It was just
Yes, but Kevin,
One room.
I had a 15-year-old with us, and there was nowhere to get dressed. There was nowhere to get a shower without being seen. Oh, it was horrendous.
yeah, got some fussy standards for a £7 holiday.
Yeah, to be fair.
Oh my god, it was so small. But yeah, so
It wasn't £7 small though, so I still did good.
yeah, but
if
that
you-
woman.
I'll set you a budget next summer. I tell you what, Anna, I'll be generous. I'll give you a tenner. Get us a holiday better than the one we've just done for £7, and then you can criticise.
Yeah, but even you were moaning. You went when the sink was and went, "Oh, there's no water here." But no, there was nothing. But yeah, that was.
Is this your review of
Interesting.
Control?
No, I just because like literally I haven't had a long time of it because I literally got it, then went to work, then went to Belgium, so I haven't had a lot of time with it.
You should have brought it with you to Belgium.
I can't take my PlayStation to Belgium where the
Tab,
telly.
how many times have you carried a TV for Anna across a hotel
Yes,
car
but we
park?
didn't have that. I had a TV that was as big
By
as an
didn't
iPad.
have that, you mean didn't have Pab to carry it? Because I refused to carry it
No,
around.
even where the steps were up to the hotel, I went, Pab would normally help me. He just walked up and left me to it. Just mean. But, yeah, so, Control. Put it in, downloaded it, started it. So, you I'll tell you, the basic thing that happened. You start in a reception, right? In a building. You can't get out. There's a city outside, I believe it is New York. You can't go out, but there is people and there's cars, but you are in this room. Okay, so you go upstairs, and there's nobody about, not a single thing. There's just doors that open automatically, which I find really weird, because normally you would go to a door, and you push it open, these just slam open. Very strange. And then, as you're going up, there is a guy. This is literally 2 minutes into the game, so I'm not going to spoil him off. I talked to this guy. I find out he is the janitor. He tells me to go around the corner to the elevator. So I do. I go around and I'm in the room that I started in. But now there's an elevator. There wasn't an elevator before. So I turned around and went past him and went back to where I was, but I couldn't get back to where I was because it had gone. Because it had now changed. Because the building is alive and changes. Very weird. Because I was in the same area. I was like, I've been in that toilet, I've been in that room. Let me go back because I've just been here. So I went, but I couldn't get there because it had changed. It's very strange. And this is what happens throughout the game. The building can change. The building is alive. There is dimensions and a thing going on. I don't know what it is yet because, I've only had 4 or 5 hours of it. But yeah, so as you are going through the story, the area you're in changes. So when you go back to that area, something new has appeared or it's altered in some way. And it's very, what's the word? Not disconcerting.
Disorienting.
Yes, disorientating, because you're like, where's that gone and why is that there now? But yeah, it's very strange. So basically your building has always been there, but people don't know it's there, if you know what I mean. It's just there.
They say it's you will not notice it unless you go looking for it.
Yeah.
Bit like the TARDIS.
Yeah, kind
Yeah, I
of.
suppose.
And you have a brother. You had a brother,
Yeah.
and he went missing, but he's kind of with you. Like, he's showing you things that are about.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, because like I've just literally I had it on for like 5 minutes before the show, and she mentions her brother, and I'm like, oh, okay. So she has some. It's like Beyond Two Souls.
Mhm.
It's like it's that kind of thing where she has like a guide,
Spirit
kind of
guide.
thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what so I've played about 3 hours of this,
Mhm.
and she's going there initially to find her brother because they're the people that took her brother. But she's constantly talking to someone as if someone's there.
Mhm.
And then it comes across like she's speaking to you, the player, at times. I know she's not. And I'm like, I don't know who she's talking to.
Because it not vibrates, but gives out like a light or a signal of where you're supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, because like she mentions her brother, so I think she's talking to him, and then she's gonna find out where he is. I don't fully understand what's going on because, like I said, I've not put that much into it. But so you go and like I'm still the man of this building like dies, and then you become the building
Director.
boss, director, and you get a gun. The gun's quite cool because
the gun's also alive.
Yeah, it's weird because the gun is weird.
Breathes.
Like
it breathes.
Yeah, it's very strange, but like it can change into multiple types of guns. So like it got a handgun, and then it can turn into like a. I don't know what it is. It's
like a shotgun.
Shotgun?
Yeah.
Like, so it's got a wide spread on it. So if you've got a bunch of enemies coming at you, you can shoot them all down. You also get powers. So I've just got a power that can lift objects and hit like enemies with them.
Where did you get that power from, Anna?
Don't.
You got
Is
that?
it like,
you get it from a floppy
from
disk.
a floppy disk. That was it. Yeah, like I literally played this last week, and I was like, because you go over it because like they're optional. You don't have to do these because that's what it told me that it's optional if you want to do the side quests. I was like, well, of course I want to do the side quests. I want to go in because it was mentioned previously about a floppy disk about like it had nuclear codes on for bombs and stuff. So, but I was going past this thing and there's something flew out. No, a man flew out or flew in. It was one of them, and I was like, I need to go and see what's in there. And then there's this floppy disk in the air throwing things at you, and you have to go over, collect it, and then you gain a power and you go to this weird world. It's bonkers, and I know it sounds really weird, but you go to this place where you can like tutorialize it, so you know what's happening, and then you get put back into the world, and then you have that power. It's like very weird, and then so you have to like clear. Like your enemies are weird because like there's people just hanging in the sky, but they're not always the people that want to kill you. I'm not sure
they're just
what they
office
are.
workers, I think, that have been taken over by the hiss, but they're not enemies.
Yeah, and it's just weird.
It's bizarre.
But it's good.
It's really good, though. It's so good.
Like, I've been seeing, like, a lot of people getting out early. People who got it early. I've been paid by the developers to say it's good, but it's not that at all. Like, yes, I got the game for free, but I've been paid, and it is good. Like, yes, like, go and play it. It's Remedy, isn't it, who did all the bowling games?
It's Alan Wake people.
Who made the bowling games?
The bowling games?
That was not Remedy, was it?
Bowling games?
Yeah, I'm thinking of something. On the Xbox with the Kinect. Was that Remedy?
I don't think so. Remedy made Quantum Break, and they made...
Oh, is that who made...
Alan Wake.
Right, got you.
Yes.
Yeah, I've played both of them. Alan Wake was a scary game.
Yeah, and this comes across like that. It's constant there's like
you don't know what's happening.
There's like a constant like overtone of something is about to happen.
Yeah.
And
it's very unnerving.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily. I've not had any jump scares as of yet, and I've not had anything that's particularly like. It's not horror per se.
No.
It's just it's like more like a thriller to me.
Yeah.
But it's like sci-fi thriller, kind of like just bizarre. It's just.
Yeah, I wouldn't like a horror. Like, I have the horror feelings, because there's nothing there.
It's just constantly tense. You're constantly waiting for something to happen. But yeah.
But there is bosses. Like I've fought against the boss, and that took me a few times because you do have to think about what you're doing.
Is it the first? Is it the first boss you beat? Is it Tomasi? One of the guys that kind of floating.
Guy.
He was really difficult to beat.
He was.
He was really difficult to beat.
He had minions with him.
He does have minions, and I don't know.
I did it after the third try.
It took me a good few goes to get it right, because it's like I just couldn't fathom. I couldn't get into the right rhythm of. He hits you so hard.
He does.
He hits you so hard because he has the telekinesis power as well, and he throws things at you, and he rocks you so much.
But he knows when you're going to hit him as well.
Yeah, you've got to. That's the other thing. It's kind of you've got to kind of barrage him with a few of them, and then I didn't quite fathom out the actual mechanic of what you was meant to do, because I was just spamming the throw button at him most of the time when I was doing it. Because I was like, I just don't know what's effective here. Because every time I throw something, he dodges it. So I'm thinking, is it when he's about to throw something you do it? Is it like when he like collects things up around him at certain points? Do you throw it then? And I think that was what it was. I don't know. And then you're dealing with also, like I said, regular enemies as well, just turning up and just trying to shoot you as well.
Yeah, which you need them because they give you health. They drop health. So
and
basically,
that disappears, doesn't it? That disappears, doesn't it?
I'm not sure. Like, I know you can't pick it up if you have enough. You can't overcharge yourself. But I just went. I was in the room. I went left, so I was underneath like the alcove. There were some stairs, and I just hung around the stairs and hit him as he went past. Yeah. And then let his minions come to me, shoot them, collect their health, and then just kept flinging things at him. But 3 times I got annoyed with it. The second I was like, why can't I do this? It's so early in the game. I should be able to do this. But I threw things at him, and then he went. But I'm definitely gonna go back into this game. Like I said, I've been out all week, so
I've not. Like I say, I played about maybe 3 hours at the most. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a clue what's going on.
No.
But I really want to know what's going on. I want to follow it. I want to understand this story more. I want to know who she's talking to exactly. I want to know why there's you speak to the board through the phone. And you had to do like a number of clicks on a light switch to get through to them. That broke my brain for a while. That one. I was wandering back through the building, going where I'm meant to be going. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But you have to you pull a light switch, it makes a noise. You pull it again, it makes another thing, another noise. You pull it again, and you're suddenly in a hotel.
Yep. And then you're like, a key,
I need to find a key for this room, and then I was like, I don't know. But then it's bizarre.
It doesn't open, and then you have to press it again. Oh my god, it confused me. But I got through that, and I was just like, wow. But I ended up in a like in the bowels of the building. I have to go and do something.
I think that's where I stopped.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal game. It really is, and it plays a bit like Quantum Break, I feel like. Maybe a bit Alan Wake as well. It's similar sort of like how it plays. But the actual, you're shooting enemies and you're using your telekinesis powers and you've got melee attacks, and it all feels really, really good to do. And it's sort of a Metroidvania. Am I right? Would you say that? I feel like you go in this massive building and some doors you can't get into right now. I went into a room that was full of this purple smoke.
Oh yeah, don't go in there.
I was like, what is it? So I was like, okay, I need some power. I've got to come back to this later on. There's clearance cards. I've got level 1 clearance right now, so I've been going back through going through the old level 1 clearance doors, and then I suddenly got to the, like I say, you go down to the basement and there's level 2 rooms now. So you need level 2 clearance cards. So it feels like it's a Metroidvania where you're wandering around this massive, like, big building, and there's there's pushing you certain directions, but it's saying, but you've got to come back here to go this way at some point, because you'll need the clearance card or power to get to clear out certain areas. I walked
brilliant. Into a red bit like this.
And it's
I
like
died.
Just like a really loud like noise just comes out. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with this.
I died.
Straight out.
I was like, don't die in this game. If like you find like spots that you have to clear, and if you die, you spawn back at these spots, and that's annoying. Especially if you've gone through a section.
It does keep all your items you've collected, though.
Yes, it does.
If you've gone right, I think the control points are there, something like you cleanse a control point, don't you? And they become your fast travel points around the map. And if you die, you go back there. But if you've collected a load of like collectibles, and because there's loads of like, you can mod your weapon, you can mod yourself, so you can get like faster recharge on your like your mana, whatever it is, your telekinesis ability, and your more health recharge and stuff like that. And you get all them, but you keep them if you die.
Okay.
It's there's something to it. It looks. How does it look on the PS4? I presume.
It's okay. It's fine.
It is staggering, absolutely unbelievable with the ray tracing on the PC. It is. It's kind of baffling, and it's got like the film grain effect. I found that you can turn it off. I found it in the options.
Can
you can turn the film grain off. But I kind of like it. I kind of like the film grain to it. Yeah, I kind of like it. It adds something to it. It really does. I didn't get sent it, and I will say it's brilliant.
Well done, Remedy.
It's a superb
right.
game. It's it's one that I'll probably finish because it is.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
I have that many games that I say I'm going to finish, and I never do.
Well, I've basically got 2 weeks to finish it
because then
in 2 weeks, the best game. I just cannot wait for that game.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks should be fine. No more holidays now. Just school and uni and a few.
I mean, no more holidays. We're at Centre Parks in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but no more summer holidays.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. We're off gallivanting.
Summer holidays
on
have finished
adventures.
on Wednesday, I believe. And I, for one, cannot wait. As much as I love my children, oh my god, having 6 weeks with them is hard work, trying to find things that they like to do. Yes.
I've been making mine sit and watch me play games, basically. Which is working wonders. Well, not all of them. The boys have been watching me play Wonder Boy as a girl, so I've been playing as Wonder Girl. I know I mentioned it last week, but I'm at the end of it now, and it is... Old games were perfect games. This game was fantastic. A bit like Pab was saying about the game where earlier on he was saying about having the different rooms you can't go in because you're not strong enough or you don't have an ability. This game... I know I went through it briefly before, and you probably played it when it was the original, but just in case you didn't, the reason it's perfect is you start as Wonder Girl, who gets turned into a dragon. The dragon can only do certain levels that are available, but they're all laid out quite clearly. Like, if you could hack the game and just float around and do what you wanted, you could go through any point of the game and fight the bosses willy-nilly. You could effectively kill the bosses if you could get to them, because it's generally the same mechanic. But you have to be able to figure out how to get there. And when you unlock when the dragon lands on this platform, it changes into a mouse. And then the mouse can cling onto walls and go up, upside down and go through tunnels and go through like low-hanging ceilings or whatever, and access other parts of the level that the dragon was too tall to get to or couldn't sort of cling to. So I did them last week, and then I just unlocked, I think it was called Piranha Man or Piranha Girl, who could swim.
So it meant I could suddenly access all these tunnels that I couldn't swim up to before because I was just walking along the bottom of water. Apparently mice and dragons can breathe underwater. So I'd been doing that, and I knew one of these was going to be able to unlock just being able to swing a sword along the floor or above the ceiling, because I couldn't attack down or up, and there was loads of these breakable blocks that you were just walking along like a bridge. You can't fall to your death. There's always other level at the bottom of a hole. So I unlocked Lion Man, I think he was, or something like that. He was a lion or a tiger anyway. He looks like a lion. He just drags a sword around, swinging it like a maniac, and he was really cool. Did all of his levels. It was rock hard again. And then unlocked the last one, which was a hawk, which can just fly through the levels, which made things much easier. But obviously, I'm at the end of the game now, so it's not much easier. Like, I can go through all the old stuff like a knife through butter. There's no problem now. And because the game is so hard, I mean, like, repetition constantly. So I know exactly when to jump now. I know exactly when to go left. I know exactly when to go right. I know exactly when something's going to pop up or droop down or whatever it's going to do, because I've been through them like 50 plus times. But because I'm a different person, I can do different things when I'm in there. So it's like reusing the same level over and over again in different ways. I've got to the last bit now after figuring out a bit of a puzzle. I had to Google to make sure I understood what the hell was going on. I hadn't picked up some sword midway through that you supposedly stumble across if you're just playing the game how they intended. Because I hadn't done that, I couldn't do the final bit to open the door to get to the end. But at the end, the castle you're going through keeps making you switch between the various different forms, which again is really cool, because it's like before you were kind of limited to just one, but there's like, here's a puzzle, now you've got to be mouse man to get through it. Like if you'd have been the hawk, you'd be able to do it really easily, but now you're little, you can't. So it's bloody rock hard. I keep getting like, I'm guessing 3/4 of the way through that level and then dying and having to start again, and it's killing me how hard it is. But as I say, it's keeping the kids entertained watching me do it, and they really want to play it, but I'm thinking it might drive them nuts. Their tolerance is a lot lower than mine. I don't think kids these days could play a game like this. I keep calling it Wonder Boy. It's Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap, which I didn't realise. I always called it Wonder Boy 3. I don't even know if it was 3, but it's called the Dragon's Trap now. And I bloody love it. It's been so perfect. It's absolutely made my past few weeks of gaming, because it's just been so rich and so detailed. Do you think, Pab, you said you played before, did you?
I've not played it. I've seen videos on it. I know about it.
Do you think you'd play a platform like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's on my wish list on the Switch. I think I've got it on the wish list, so I'll definitely pick it up at some point when it's in a sale.
It's
at some
fantastic.
point. Yeah.
I recommend it definitely.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's just hard. I don't know. Kev wouldn't have the patience. I don't think. I think you just do your head in, Kev.
I don't like old games. I never used to finish games until they got easy.
But this is it. I don't think I completed this. When Pab said earlier, I might actually complete this one, I'd kind of told myself I have to complete this, because I think this is how far I got when I was a kid, and I just never did the rest. Because I think what happened as a kid was I went up and down and all through it and thought, this doesn't make any sense, there's nowhere to go, and I couldn't just type in on Google, where do you go when you've got the hawk? So once I typed that in, it was like, yeah, the room I'm going to that's empty, I'm supposed to have a special sword that lets me hit a block and change it, and then I hit that block and it makes a door appear, and it's like there's no instruction at all in the game. There's nothing that says, if you're ever in a room like this, hit it with a sword. It's like there's no direction at all, because it's an old game. But God knows how anyone would have just done these things back in the day. Like, they must have just kept going. Somebody said, actually, when I was reading through, somebody told off the person who replied on the forum for helping them, saying, when I was a kid, I can't remember how many months it was playing it, like some stupid amount of time they spent covering every inch of the game, and then when they figured it out, it was like the ultimate reward for them for all their time and effort. And I just thought that's a bit lame. I don't think I'd have the patience to do that, but good for them. But no, this is fantastic. I love it, and you said they've released their own sequel under different names.
There's a success. There's like a spiritual success. I don't necessarily think it's them, but there's someone that's like made one that is akin to something like Wonder Boy. I can't remember what it was called now, but I'll find it for you again.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. But no, I'm into it, and I think the Switch is the perfect vessel for playing these all. I was showing my daughter how amazing the graphics look when you switch between the two, because the Lion especially looks pathetic on the old games, like genuinely pathetic, and on the new games is absolutely outstanding. He looks so cool. It's just a ridiculous drawing. Looks so good. He's just dragging a sword behind, holding a shield up. He looks rock hard. He's a great hero. He'd have been if someone had made him as a mascot in like the 90s. He'd have been massive. Do you know what I mean? It just seems like he's sort of 15 years too late. It'd have been a great mascot. It looks so cool. I mean, I'm really impressed. I'd love to know who the artist was on this. I might Google that later on and just follow them, because they done a cracking job with this. It does look so cool. I wonder whether there'll be like there may already be a habit of them doing this with old games and I've just got on late, but no, it's very cool. I recommend it. Go and get it on the Switch. Finally a reason to own a Switch, people.
There you go. I found it for you, Sheepdog. It's called Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Cool. I only joked about the Switch to wind Kev up there, by the way, before anyone goes, wait, what? The Switch is awesome. Monster Boy and the
you're a ridiculous human. The Switch is a wonderful thing.
It's called Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. The game is a follow-up to Sega's Wonder Boy series and released for this, and this on December 2018. It's on everything.
So this looks a bit more like anime drawing rather than
this is more modern, but it's akin to the same thing. I would have thought.
I'll have a look.
Give it a look.
I'm not as enamoured by the artwork. It's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Supposed to be good. It's supposed to be good. I did hear good things when it came out.
Now, I'm gonna just jump into another game that came out. Officially came out today, but came out a day early yesterday, and the internet proves what a bunch of morons they are. Do you know what game I'm talking about?
I do not know at all.
Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a sigh, but there's a new Pokemon game out, Pokemon Masters, which has been very, very highly anticipated. So they foolishly let people install the game yesterday, and then everybody installed the game, and then it didn't connect. So their iTunes store ranking got tanked because it was just hundreds of idiots giving them 1-star reviews saying, I've got the game, and now it just says, can't find the server. And it's like, yeah, because the game's out tomorrow, knobhead. Not today. They're just letting people install it, so when they turn the servers on, it's just done, and they don't have a meltdown because everyone suddenly downloads the game. They didn't tell everyone it was out. They just put it in the shop, and it started installing for people. But it's out now, and it's working now. Right. And it seems quite cool. So it's like, it's not go around catching loads of stuff. It's your trainer, and you've got a Pikachu. And what you're doing is there's a story, and you're basically unlocking other trainers that join your party, and then you're doing like a 3-person versus 3-person battle. So it's a mixture of you're in like a league cup / tournament type thing, but you're also out and about wandering the world. You're not walking around it like third person, you're just kind of pressing next mission, and then the characters walk out, they talk, you read the story, and then they challenge the people they're challenging, or the story sort of says, right, we're gonna have a fight, I'm not happy with you, blah blah blah. Once you beat them, you unlock items, power-ups, that sort of thing. You use like in-game currency. You get free and paid currency to scout for new players to join your team. All the different players have different Pokemon, obviously, so they're, there might be a grass-type trainer, and they have a really good grass Pokemon, and you might not have a person in your team that has a grass Pokemon. So you're building, a deck of people you can switch in and out. They also have sync pair stories, they're called, where it's like if you have a person with a particularly good Pokemon and you play through their story, you can then help them level up and evolve their Pokemon. So the more you play the story, the more powerful their Pokemon gets. So there is kind of an element of, if you really want to unlock all the 800 odd Pokemon over time, then you can sit there and play through all the different stories for all different trainers. But it's all about the people from the games and the anime, so Brock and Misty, and I can't remember the later people's names off the top of my head at the moment, but they're all in it. So you start with Brock and Misty, and you fight somebody from one of the games, and there's I can't remember what Gen 4, I think, the champion from that says that, oh, you're a really good fighter, we'll fight later. So I guess she's like an aspirational person to unlock. It seems quite interesting. It seems way more involved. When I got it this morning, I was a bit like, okay, I only want to have a look at it. I didn't really want to sit for an hour and play it, but it was kind of going, yeah, now do this, now do that. So there's a lot of stuff in there, but it seems like a proper game that I'm surprised. I'm half surprised they've gone for mobile on it. It feels like they could have made it a handheld game. If the DS was still there, I would have almost expected this to be a slightly bigger game on the DS, but it feels like it's too small to go on the Switch, if that makes sense. But people have been going nuts about this, and like on the internet in the build up for like the past 6 months. It straight away went high in the chart. It's gone massive. They make a really weird decision where you download the game, it installs and everything, you play the intro, and then it says, okay, now we want to do a 600 meg download.
Yeah.
We'll have to restart the game. And I'm like, I didn't want to do that this morning. I didn't want to sit around and wait for it. So I did it later on, and I haven't gone back in until I quickly fired it up because I wanted to check. I remembered some of the bits that I was talking about. But why don't I just put that in the download initially? Just download the full whatever.
They do actually. You don't. So you download the installer from the Google Play Store or wherever it is, the iOS store. That's just the installer. You then download the rest of it from somewhere else. No,
I get that. But
that's why. So it's not giving you a huge download on the iOS end. It's a download onto their servers.
No, but like Tapped Out does that, but it doesn't give you a choice. It just, you load up the game and it says there's an update out, and it downloads the like ridiculous amount. I mean, that game's up to like 1.5 GB, if not bigger now. Whereas this game, why not just start up and go, right, okay, welcome to the game. Like, while it's showing me what to do, it could have been downloading in the background, but instead it was like, would you like to do a 600 meg update now? And I'm like, well, it won't take that long, but I kind of want to. I was sort of lounging in bed and thought I really need to get up, but no, I mean, that small, it's not even really a complaint. It was just, I thought it was a weird way to go about it. Aside, it does seem like it's got potential. It's a story, so it'll be good to keep playing that and see how it goes. There's no wandering around trying to do stuff. It's all as and when you want it. I imagine there'll be a point where I'll run out of people or story and I'll have to wait for an update and that kind of thing. But it'd be interesting to see whether it does take off as much as they expect, because this is tipped to be a massive game. Again, some people are saying it will kill Go, but I think we've learned that games won't kill Go. It's not going to happen. Oh, damn, and my phone's down to 3% battery, so I won't be playing it in the rest of the day.
This is just all story. You're not like battling other people, like online.
It looks like you can do co-op, so I'm guessing you must be able to battle other people. I'm saying guessing because I haven't seen anything to say that you can. One thing that I find odd is that everybody gets Pikachu and can evolve that Pikachu, but that is it at the moment. So I'm guessing there's no point as battling each other because it would just be me and you Pikachuing it out.
I thought you'd have like your team, and then they'd have a team of like, from what I could see, you've got 3 players, and then the opponent's got like 3
my
players.
deck versus your deck, yeah. But then it seems odd if everyone. I'm not 100% sure yet whether you have to have your player in the team. It would seem odd for the story if I could step out and just. I let Brock Misty and someone else fight. That seems really weird. But I also think, what's the point of having a Pikachu in every battle? Like, if I'm fighting 3 rocks, it's just a waste of space. But I don't know. I reckon maybe they're adding that in later on. Maybe it's sort of creeping the features in as they go. That was like probably the third thing I googled about it when I was playing. I was like, how do I switch out from Pikachu and fight with something else? And it's like, you can't. So, yeah, more on it, I guess, next week if I play it all week. If I don't, then I won't talk about it.
Splendid. I've been playing a little game. Not sure if you've heard of it, called Minecraft. I think it's got the potential to maybe get a little bit of traction in the games industry. I think it might catch on. Basically, you're kind of involved in 2 things. You do a bit of mining and some crafting, and it's awesome. It's as good as I've made it sound, and it gets the Kev seal of approval. Highly recommended.
You're going to crack that joke every week
for as long as I continue to play it. Yes, So yeah, forever probably.
Oh, he's watching videos about it while playing it.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now whilst doing this podcast. That control.
Weren't you just playing it?
That's me. Yeah, I was playing it in the house as well.
Yeah, you didn't move for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was playing Minecraft.
But you've got a vlog to be doing, Kevin.
Yes, but I also had a storage system to finish organising, so I got my priorities straight.
Oh yeah, because the train finished, didn't it, Kevin?
Yeah, I did complain that the Eurotunnel. I could have done with an extra 20 minutes on there because I was halfway through sorting my new storage system out in my house, and it was quite annoying when we turned up back in Folkestone. I would have happily gone back and just sort of looped around again and stayed on, but apparently that's not something you're allowed to do.
No, but it's not, Kevin. You have to get off.
Completely unreasonable. This is the thing and again, it's Kev talking about how good Minecraft is and how good the Switch is, but being able to cross-play my save between my PC, my Xbox, my iPad, my phone, my Switch means that it's always there. Because I knew I was going to be in Belgium, I downloaded my Realm onto my Switch, so I didn't even have to worry about getting an internet connection to be able to play the Realm. When we got back into France, I uploaded it again whilst I was waiting for the train, but then I carried on playing it, and I can just play it on anything. It's awesome. Minecraft is great, and in all seriousness, if you haven't jumped back on the bandwagon yet, go and play some Minecraft. It's a wonderful thing. And in the spirit of playing lots of Minecraft, Anna recommended a game to me that's a bit Minecrafty, which is the other game that I've played, and again is available on PC and Switch and probably some other stuff too. I made a video on this one as well. It's called Forager, and it's basically a little bit of Stardew Valley and a little bit of Minecraft and a little bit of Don't Starve and a little bit of some other stuff too, probably. People keep saying Legend of Zelda. That's the one comparison I don't really see, other than maybe the graphical style. But people keep saying, oh, it's got some Legend of Zelda to it as well, and I don't get that at all. But certainly it's very, very Stardew Valley, very, very Don't Starve. Very, I think, huge shades of Cookie Clicker in it. Because you start off basically on an island with a pickaxe and you just whack stuff. You're foraging. But then the more stuff you whack, the more things you can unlock, and you gradually get to the point where you start automating the whacking, and you can add magic and industry and economical stuff, and you basically I haven't got this far into it yet because it has permadeaths, at least up to a point. Apparently there is a stage of the game you can get to where if you've got enough magic unlocked, you can actually renew your health, but at the moment I got to a point where I just ended up dying and couldn't heal myself because I didn't have that skill tree.
How did you die?
By slimes attacking me.
It's not that hard.
Well, I didn't realise it was going to be...
I watched
I wasn't really that bothered about them. I didn't realise I could die and permanently be dead. I assumed I'd just heal. It was like, oh, there's one there, it's hit me a little bit, not to worry, I'll deal with him in a minute. Not realising that, that's not an option until you're much deeper into the game. But the route I think it's going down, which does intrigue me because I was a big Cookie Clicker fan back in the day, is that it does seem that you do eventually get to the point where pretty much all of your whacking is automated and you kind of just sit around.
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it just sits and playing itself. It's going to be awesome. I love things that play themselves. As anyone who's ever watched me play a Football Manager stream, you're a monster. You've lowered the tone there completely, Sheepdog. I'm trying to talk about a nice, family-friendly game, and you've made it sound perverted. You're a monster. But yeah, that's that. Basically, if something's not a survival game that involves collecting stuff and pickaxes, I'm not interested at the moment. That's all I want to do. So
well, I'm glad you're finally playing it.
Speaking of automation, have you been in your Minecraft? I kept building you step on things, the minecart appears, you get shunted down the track. So all I had to do was get out of bed, step into a minecart, fall off into work. And I love stuff like that. That's how I kind of continued my exploration underground. Was I'd go back to my house, or if I died, then I'd just get back in that. It'd shoot me all the way down and stick a bit of minecart railway behind me. And I just kept doing that and exploring underground. And
I haven't yet added rails yet because up until this very evening, I haven't had enough iron to justify doing it. But breaking news for those of you watching my YouTube series, in my next episode, I'm going to be telling you about how much iron I've got now. So I might start adding some rails, or just finding something to do. I might just build a giant Kev statue out of iron, because I have got
you build some golems, can you?
iron. I'd rather make a statue of myself. Or some rails.
They're as hench as you, aren't they?
I suppose they are. There's a lot of similarities there. Why is there a blue glow in this area? Oh, because it's night time. I understand, Kev. That's just the stars you're seeing. There you go. That's how good at Minecraft I am. Pab, why are you not playing Minecraft?
The problem is, right, I want to play Minecraft, but I just don't like it on a controller.
You are allowed to play it on a PC.
Right, so the problem is, I get on a PC, there are umpteen different games that I could be playing, and Minecraft is not the top of that list.
I don't understand.
It's fine, but after one of the podcasts, was it not last week, the week before, we were playing it on you invited me to your realm while we were finished after the show, and we booted it up on the PC, and I played it on there, and it just felt so much better to play with, to use the mouse and keyboard rather than the controls. I feel like the controls are kind of janky a little bit.
Can't you get a mouse and keyboard for your
for Switch?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm playing it on the Switch primarily. Yeah, it's
Switch
fine.
does feel like the correct console to be playing.
It's just like I say, I just want to be like I say. I feel like the movement and everything is not as like finicky of using like analog sticks and stuff like that for it. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But I will get back to it. I will come and find you and leave a load of dirt in your bed or whatever it is you do.
You should do. Or you could do what my kids have done while we've been away, because I've not been playing on the family realm while I've been away, and I've gone back in there, and between them, they've filled up my mine. My lovely diamond mine has been filled with dirt, so I've got to remine the whole thing.
Wow, that is brilliant.
So that's how they've spent the last 3 days of their summer holidays.
How much diamond is down there that you've got a diamond mine?
Not a huge amount, but it goes down to.
You have to go down
level.
to either the 7th or the 11th layer, and that's where diamonds are.
Yeah, I've tunneled down to level 11, and I'm just strip. See, I'm technical now. I've been strip mining level 11, and yeah.
I never knew there was a set level.
Yeah, they only appear between like levels 7 and 15, I think. So you have to
I don't play Minecraft. I know this because Kevin tells me.
Yeah.
What's the lowest level?
0, I think.
What?
Presumably.
Bedrock is 0, isn't it?
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
So you do have to go quite a long way down.
7 and 15.
Yeah.
Go at the bottom, go up 7, somewhere between there. Okay, I never knew that. I just always went to the bottom because that's where I'd find things like redstone or whatever and lava, because I'd always be trying to make obsidian.
Yeah, I need to get myself some more obsidian. That's my next job.
We always, basically, the reason I stopped playing with my kids was because we'd always get to the bottom, I'd try and get some lava to make obsidian, and then my kids would get buckets of lava, and then one of them would say, how do I take this lava and put it in a box? And I'd tell them what button to press, and suddenly they'd throw a bucket of lava, a house would burn down, everybody would die, and that happened so many times that we just stopped. We were like, no, you keep just throwing buckets of lava everywhere, I'm not going to play with you.
You're a monster.
They just don't learn.
Throwing buckets of lava is part of the fun.
Yeah, but they get really upset, and then I'm just like, well, I did tell you
It sounds more like you're the one getting upset.
No, well, they don't like it when their character's set on fire. I mean, they're old-fashioned. So
yeah, fussy by the sounds of it. I like leaving mine on fire.
I did learn that you can turn off fire spreading, which I think makes a difference.
So you know more than I do.
It does look cool though. If you ever do find that giant mansion and burn it down, when you put the fire out or when it rains, it looks like something out of Harry Potter, because when you walk in there's just loads of stuff floating in the air, like chests and lamps and whatever, because it hasn't burnt those blocks, so they've just stayed in the sky. I thought that might be quite a cool effect, to be able to build something and then hack away at all the bits around it and just have all the cool stuff floating there, but I've not had the time to sit and make it. I want to make an underwater place as well, because you can do that now, but I don't really know how you do it, because every time I tried to do it, it just filled up with water.
Doors are your key.
Sponge
And doors. If you go underwater, place a door and then open it, it gives you a little pocket of air, and then you can hover around down there and build stuff. And once you've built your little room down there, then if there's no water source in there, it'll empty.
See, what I was doing, was building like a big block and then trying to hack into the block and build behind me, and then hack it out and hollow it, and I couldn't figure out why it was still filling up, but it's because I hadn't put a door on it. There you go.
Okay, see, I'm not just a beautiful face.
Awesome. That might get me back into it. I just wanted an underwater palace.
It's all you want.
It's all I ask for.
It's all he talks about in real life. He sometimes texts us about it.
I keep trying to put my house underwater, but it's just not. My neighbours don't like it. He's not having it.
Well, I did tell you not to buy a flat. Right. Pork and beans.
Yes.
What on earth have you been doing?
Okay, so last week on the show, I said I finished the story mode in Mario Maker, and I got the what? Was it a lie? No.
Alright, go
on. No, it wasn't a lie. It was. So I got the. There's like the. I can't remember what it's called. Like the flower ball, or it's called. You know what I mean?
The silver ball thing.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to do. I had ideas to use that thing about a month ago. I've got little doodles down here on my notepad. That's what I wanted to do. So last weekend I did that level. I made that level. I spent about at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours making it. It's not that difficult. It's online. I've got the codes and everything. It's all on my Twitter. It is like I say, it's all based on using this the Game Boy Power, where you have to throw the ball at things and what have you. It's good. It's a good level. Go and give it a go, because I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's relatively straightforward. There are no checkpoints. I know you don't like that, Kev, but
you are a monster.
It is what it is. It's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. But give it a go. I had quite a lot of fun making that level last weekend.
But you're a monster, so I don't really.
Yeah, but it's not. Honestly, God, it's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. I made it more fun than being mean. That's what I feel like I did anyway. I might be wrong, but it's really not that difficult.
I've played this a little bit, but I haven't touched it in anger in a while, and I need to sit and just chill out and build.
Go and find my level then. It's there to be done. It's not that difficult.
You read your code out now, Pab, so that we don't have to do that.
The code is L1D V5SLNF.
There we go. High score competition on Pab's level. Fastest time wins a signed 6x4 photograph of Sheepdog.
I don't think I have one.
We'll have to get one arranged.
Yes,
you can do that.
Yeah, we'll. You have to collect it from his house though, so only enter if you know where he lives. There you go. That's going to be an interesting survey. See how many people enter now.
That's quite worrying, actually, because I think some people do. I've been sent stuff in the past. No, I'll have a crack at it. You're going to have to send me that code again, because I didn't write it down.
It's on my Twitter page.
I'm like staring at a pencil, and I thought I should pick that up.
It's the last thing I tweeted, but I will send it to you if you want me to.
Whatever. Is that you retiring from Twitter?
No, it's the last thing that I tweeted, not ever.
I tagged you on Frogman69 again the other day. Did you see?
It was about a month ago, Sheepdog.
No, it was a couple of days ago I did it.
You didn't again? I didn't see it again. I feel like you do it once a month.
Said something like, never forget.
Yeah. That was about a month ago.
Really, that's gone quick.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
has.
it was like a week.
Anyway, the other thing I've played, it came out today. I was concerned me when Sheepdog said I've played a game that came out today, and I was like, Sheepdog has not played this game. It is Astral Chain on the Nintendo Switch, which
That looks weird.
It's a Platinum game, so it's people who made Bayonetta and umpteen other things, and it is kind of like Bayonetta, but more anime. I don't know whether that would interest any of you, but it's very anime. So you are like two twins. One's a boy, one's a girl. They join the police force, and then they end up joining this like they call it the Neuron Unit, which is like this team that fights like chimeras, monsters, basically. And you fight them with. You get given a. Oh, I don't remember the name of it now. I've played about 2 hours of it this evening. I can't remember the name. And you get given this basically the Astral Chain. You get given like it's called an Astral Chain, and it like chains up these monsters and turns them into allies. And so you get given. You've started off and you get given this monster that helps you, and you have this chain. Like you have it on a chain basically, and it fights for you. So you can like bring out the monster and then send it in a direction. And it'll just attack things for you, and you can do all sorts of weird things with it. You can wrap the monsters up in the chain, and then it'll do a move. You can clothesline the monster with the chain. If it's going to charge you, you can push the monster over to one side, and the chain just goes across where he's going to charge, and you can just kind of clothesline him and fling him to the ground.
That sounds like fun.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it is very. Very anime.
Is this the anime thing?
It is very anime.
Yeah.
It's very anime. But so far it's been really good. It's been really, really good. It's like I say, it's a bit finicky. I think there's going to be a learning curve to how you actually play it, because like I say, it's a lot of like mastering. Like you get your monster out on the chain, and he's on like a timer, and if you keep him out on the timer for more than that, he gets really cranky, and he disappears, and he takes a long time to charge back up again. So you've got to kind of manage that system, and then you've also got you can manually attack with like you get like because you're a police, you get like a police baton or you get a gun, and you can attack with that, but it doesn't do anywhere near the amount of damage. And then you just kind of like so far it's kind of like semi-open world. I can't decide whether it's similar. Bayonetta is very much like kind of areas of a world, isn't it? I feel like it's going to be like that. So it's like it's not open world Bayonetta, is it? It's more. No. It's more like there's like big areas to wander through, isn't there? I feel like it's that because I wander through the police station, and you can take side quests from the police station, and then you end up going to the helipad, and you end up taking off, and you go to deal with like a main mission. So there's like side quests, main missions, and there's all sorts of little different bits going on in the actual world. And so far, from what I can tell, you're going to get also based on just the trailers and the other characters that you meet in the game. You're going to get different monsters. So one's like a dog, so you can ride on this big like dog-looking beast thing. One's like got a big bow and arrow. And there's all sorts of different ones you're going to catch. I was getting Persona vibes.
Kevin.
It's not. I'm honest with you. It's not probably nothing like Persona because I don't recall. I've only got an idea of what Persona is.
Well, you're an idiot.
I haven't played enough of it. I've got it, but I haven't played enough of it to get to like the actual battling section.
My word!
You just like said what I was thinking. I've got this on the Vita, and I don't know where it or my Vita is, but I only got about an hour and a half in.
I got more into the actual, the high school, mode of, that sort of story and stuff like that. I thought that's what the game was, and then you see videos of it going, I didn't see any of that. I haven't seen any of that side of the game at all.
I would say it's probably a 50-50 split between the high school story stuff, because it all links together and ties together. You need to do the school stuff to be able to do the other battling stuff.
Yeah. Well, like exactly. I mean, I don't think it is. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think it plays like, but I don't know. Is it turn-based Persona?
Yeah.
So it's not like that then.
Oh, well, then who cares then?
It's more. It's got the Persona vibe of like, because you have like spirit animals, don't you? Whatever it is, or whatever. Personas. Yeah, I was thinking of it. Yeah. Anyway, yes, exactly. And I feel like that's what your monster is on the astral chain, is like a persona, and like I say, you send them to do, but you kind of, it's sort of it's like Bayonetta. The combat is like Bayonetta, but not like as frantic, like, because Bayonetta is very frantic and fast and like combo based. But that, you know what I mean? If you get the idea of like you're in like this area and you just kind of, fight around. It's not turn based or anything like that. So that's more or less what it's like. But it seems good. It seems all right for what it is so far.
It's getting rave reviews. I've seen
it's supposed to be good.
A lot.
It's supposed to be good. I've heard very good things about it. I have heard multiple people say there is like a learning curve to how you actually, the mechanics of the game. And I can see that, and there's like a huge big old tutorial thing. I've did the entire tutorial, it was about half an hour, just going through, because I went over. You start at the game and you do some of the tutorial stuff, and then you go down to the actual training room in the police station, and you can do it all again. And I did it all again just because I wanted to get it thoroughly in my head of what I'm meant to be doing. But it seems all right. It seems like I look forward to getting all the different monsters that you get. You can get. I don't know if you capture them or whatever you do. I don't know. It seems a bit Pokemon-like as well. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
Persona is basically Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, that's what that's probably the kind of feeling I'm getting with this. Is that it's going to be like that. You're capturing these creatures and making them like you're becoming your like buddy to work with and defeat.
Find out all their names and do a rap about them, Pab. You'll be an internet sensation.
I don't think there's that many. I think it'll be like
a short
15.
rap,
it'll be a 15-second rap, if that.
I was really
argue when it comes to rapping, the shorter the better.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see. I'll find out what the names are. But I will play more of this week and get back to you next week on it.
Splendid. Is that everybody? Have we completed our discussion of video games for another week?
I think we have.
Yeah, I think so. I think we got
it. Well, in that case, I will wrap things up because I have a vlog to edit, because Anna's making me go to London again tomorrow.
Don't even lie. Oh my gosh, why are you lying?
Go and watch Japanese wrestling.
No, I'm not. No, I said.
She said, look, one of us has got to go, and I said, fine,
lying.
I'll go this time.
He's lying.
Got to go all the way back down to London to watch some nice Japanese wrestling
with his friend.
No, he just happens to be there.
With your friends.
He just happens to be there. It's a coincidence.
You're bringing him home.
We're not even sitting anywhere near each other.
You'll be next to each other in the car.
Only if he behaves. So, shall we end the podcast?
Yeah, we're waiting for you, Sleepy.
Well, look, I'm sorry. I'm currently excavating a new mine that I've just discovered. So,
see what I mean?
Your next line is, did you know?
Did you know I'm excavating a new mine I've just discovered? And it's absolutely riddled with ore. It's lovely.
What kind of ore?
I've got lots of iron.
AWE.
Lots of iron. If Eeyore was down here, I'd be even happier. If there was a Winnie the Pooh Minecraft mashup, that would be the greatest game of all time, I think.
There's bound to be a mod, isn't there?
I don't do mods. I'm Captain Vanilla.
Do you know one thing that does annoy me about the Switch?
Go on.
And why I buy games on the PlayStation and Xbox is like trophies and achievements.
Yeah,
I love them.
You can get your Xbox achievements on Minecraft.
Yeah, but you won't get them until you put on the Xbox.
No, they still go on your game.
You connect to Xbox. You have to log into Xbox Live on Minecraft on the Switch.
I still like the fact. I mean, I'd take being able to play stuff portably over the achievements, but I think it'd be nice if Nintendo did.
You
stuff.
say that, but I took my Switch with me and I thought, right, well, I'll play it on the train over there. Can't play anything if I'm not connected to the internet. I think
you were set up as primary on my console.
Yeah, because you wanted to play Mario. But yeah, all weekend I can't play a thing because Kevin wanted to play Mario. So I'm primary on his, but it wasn't the other way around. So all weekend, even like the cartridge game that I bought, Dragon Quest Builders, couldn't play that. Any game that I bought, couldn't play any of them if I wasn't connected to the internet, because it has to check that I'm able to play these games. I thought, well, I've bought these games. I've bought Dead Cells. I've bought Wastelanders.
I didn't know it was doing that when we switched user. I didn't realise it was checking we were allowed.
Yeah, every time I started a game, even if I bought it, it would check whether I was allowed to play that game. But he never did it with Kevin, but only with me.
So you couldn't connect to the internet?
No, because we were on the train.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
So because I normally play mine at home, so I don't really think about it. I just thought, oh, it's just some stupid thing. But then I'm on a train, can't connect to anything, and
it's bonkers that.
Yeah, it is. But because it wasn't my primary thing, I don't understand. It's basically because we paid the £50 for the Mario game, but Kevin, we got it on that Switch, and then I got my Switch, put my account in this one, but I'm the primary user on the other one, so yeah, it wouldn't let me play any games, even if I
switched
bought
that
them.
then.
Yeah, basically, I think Kevin's deleted me off that one. So I think when I turn it on and it connects to the internet, it should hopefully be fine. But I haven't tried it yet.
Through your account settings in the actual thing to confirm that. Yeah,
but yeah, people need to know that is a thing. Like,
that would have surprised me. I've obviously
especially physical games. You should be able to play a physical cartridge.
Physical
that
games
seems bonkers.
Either. Yeah, because
is that because the account was set up on the other Switch or something? Because I'm just thinking, like on mine, I've got an account and Claire's got an account on the same Switch, and they don't exist anywhere else.
No, if you're on the same Switch, it's fine. I never had it, but we both have a Switch each, and because I was the primary account on Kevin's Switch when we both playing it, because Kevin got jealous and annoyed that I was playing it all the time. He bought me my own so he could have that one, but never took me off.
I am a monster, aren't I? Kevin got jealous and annoyed and bought me a games console.
Yeah, but because you wanted to play the game, I still had to be primary on yours, which means blocked me from playing any games that I ever bought down on the store if I wasn't connected to the internet. So if you're on the same Switch, it's fine. But if you get a different Switch and you're on if your account's on two Switches, it won't let me play. Like with Kevin, it will let him play what he wants. But for me, it won't let me play anything on my Switch, even though I bought them games on my Switch. It's very confusing because I'm playing Switch.
Weird.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to be in two places, basically. Or you can't play anything, which is annoying. Because, I know Kevin's finished Odyssey now. So
I guess it stops you sharing your login and, whatever like that. That makes sense. And that'll probably be what they're fearing. But...
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it says here, to change your primary account, you'll need to deregister your current primary console and then set the new primary console. Once you've registered a new primary console, your digital purchases can be played on by anyone on that uses the primary console. So, yeah, you need to just... deregister the Kev's one off and then re-register yours as the primary console.
But like you said, it's stupid that I can't play cartridge games. Like, I bought them and I couldn't play any of them.
I feel like you should be able to. It's just you wouldn't have access to your save.
Yeah, I don't know why they've done it, but...
That makes no sense at all. Seems like nonsense. Seems like nonsense.
Well, anyway... On that note, did you know that you can follow this lovely podcast on the internet at Twitter at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
I'm at RB6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
And I'm at Pab1986.
And I'm going to go and carry on playing some Minecraft because it's great. You should all go play it too. See you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, folks.